teams ranked in the top 6, both with playoff aspirations, ready to square off here on EA Sports College Football. It's the Miami Hurricanes and the Oregon Ducks. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
When you talk about decibels, making it hard to play for the opponents, the first stadium you've got to think about is Autzen Stadium in Eugene, Oregon. This is one of the most acoustically challenging places for opponents to step onto the field. The loud and the proud, the Ducks make noise whenever opponents come to town. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. The Ducks ready to kick it away first. Looks like he's going to try to return it. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Fletcher. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He'll run it again. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice his safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a punt early, keep that crowd going and involved, man, is it fun to play defense.
Steps into this one and unleashes a booming punt. My goodness. Moore. The short hands. It's Hooks. Got room at the 35. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Moore will throw. Finds his tight end. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on me on 2nd down.
They'll try to pick up this 3rd down and keep the drive moving close to midfield. They'll send the back in motion. Moore from the gun, trying to convert 3rd down. He'll throw it. Got his man. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42. And the Ducks are in the hurry-up.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no
Snags it, and there's running room. They'll bring him down, but not before he put people in the spin cycle.
And I think great offenses find a way to get their playmakers the football in space. Nice job designing the wheel route. It's good versus man. It's good versus zone. Nice route. Nice catch by the running back.
Here's Moore to throw. Moving out to the right. He'll pull it down. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
The Ducks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Running inside, it's Hill. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Here we go, ready. Red 54, ready, go.
In the gun on 3rd down, Moore. Got his man. He's got enough. It'll be a 1st down. They've got it up to 12. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Throwing, Moore. Takes the easy completion. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Moore to the air. He caught it. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
This offense has really gotten to a nice rhythm here on their opening drive of the game. Running the ball, getting it down now into a goal-to-go situation. They really have established a bit of a physicality here early. Let's see if they can keep that up.
And the Ducks have it with a 1st and goal. This is a designed run. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Takes the handoff. It's Fletcher. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Offense tries to go RPO and hand off to the running back, but how about the defense up front? They're just too stout. They're not getting moved anywhere, and they're able to make a big-time play.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Rolling right and going deep. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
Well, he was rolling to his right. Because of that, I don't know if it affected the timing between him and his wide receiver. They just weren't on the same page on that one as the defense comes away with the INT.
They'll start this drive from the 42.
95, 96, French. Ready, go!
Dante Moore. Catch in the middle. It's Hooks. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chain. You always have to be aware of the running threat from the Oregon quarterbacks, but here getting business done through the air.
No doubt, Reese, because you're worried about his legs, the read game, all the stuff they can do. It opens up the passing attack. And I think when you've seen the Ducks teams throughout history, the ones that have enough balance to keep you off guard, keep you guessing, are the ones that are the best teams.
On the ground with the counter. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. Moore will throw. Working the middle, it's complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots in the zones. You got to get him involved.
The Ducks with the 1st and 10. Gets the back moving.
Go, go!
Moore. Grabbed in the middle. It's Moore. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Well, everybody knew this guy was going to get his touches coming into this game, considering he's one of the better receivers in the country. And to start it off, the offense was actually looking the other way. They were looking for other guys to make big plays, but finally they got the opportunity. They were able to find some space to get their best receiver the football. And guys, that's not going to be the last time. Defense has done a nice job taking it away from them up to this point. The question, though, can they keep it up?
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here.
Down, ready. 18, red, set. Ready, go.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal.
Ready, ready. Go!
They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
After getting stopped on that 2nd down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on 3rd.
They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. Moore from the gun on 3rd down. Touchdown, Oregon! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And we're not surprised, right? Finding the big fella down in the red area. Like the power forwards, those guys that basically set up shop, rebound, go get it. You know if somebody's on, they can still make the catch. A lot of times they say quarterback's best friend, tight end, especially in the red zone.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They marched 58 yards for the touchdown on that one. And it was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. Coming out with it, it's Lyle. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. You just can't hit the quarterback like that. That is a dumb play, and the defender got caught red-handed. You want to be physical with the quarterback, but you can't give up those roughing the passer penalties. It's 1st and 10. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Breaks into the open. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. This is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success, because right now, they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
The run inside. It's Brown. Powers through the defender. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
Release to the back. Gets it out fast. He'll be stopped, but not before. He carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. The Canes line it up with a 1st and goal. Trying the run, it's Fletcher. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Mensah, under fire. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down.
That is exactly what I would tell this quarterback to do. Throw that ball away. Don't force it. Don't create a turnover down here in the red zone. We've still got a few more downs to go. Nice job by the QB with the decision-making.
They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play.
Big decision now for you on offense. You just gave up a negative play, right? You killed some momentum down here close to the goal line, but do you believe your guys can go out and execute the game plan in red zone offense early and really try to suck the energy out of the stadium?
They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. It's good. Now the lead is down to 11.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. Sends it back in motion. Here's Moore to throw. He'll get rid of it. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Canes. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
Ready to try the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. That was a reckless hit by the defender. The kickers are in a vulnerable spot, and they have to protect them. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll go play action with Moore. Fires on the move. Pulls it in. It's Johnson. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down. The Ducks headed quickly to the line.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area.
There he goes. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The Ducks trying to win the day by running for another first down.
Run the football. It's always been the staple. We can go back as far as you want with Oregon teams. The ones that were good, they were built on the running of the football, the physicalness. Run the ball, baby.
It's first down from the 37-yard line. Tight end now in motion. Right back to the well.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Throwing Moore. Trying to set up the screen. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
Jekyll and Hyde for this offense and for this quarterback, right? Pick 6 on the last drive. You saw on the sidelines the coach is talking to him, really trying to pick his spirits up. I don't know what they said to him, but whatever it was, it worked because this drive is looking really good here by the offense, and what a beautiful throw there by the quarterback.
Finds a man in the middle. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. And the Ducks go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They'll run it. It's Hill. Touchdown, Ducks! And they take it in for 6 more points. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. And he takes this from inside the 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Throwing, Mensah. Sends it downfield. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. So now it's 2nd and long. They'll run it out of the gun with Brown. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. So Miami signals for a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
And now that completely changes the thought process for this offense. Like, you're thinking, don't make a bad play, don't turn it over, understand I might have to punt the football. Now you flip the field position immediately, looking to be aggressive to get some points before the half.
Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Makes the catch. It's Lofton. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Quickly out to the tight end. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Might be changing the route. Here's Mensah to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Just a short pass to the tight end. He's not going to make it to the first down marker, but that looked like a clear face mask, and he might wind up with the first down anyway. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. And he's already made one. The holder will put it down at the 26 for a 36-yard try. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. And he's already made one. The holder will put it down at the 26 for a 36-yard try. It is good. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. Just about set to get this second half underway. He'll bring it out. It's Davison. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Throws to the tight end. Makes the grab. It's Johnson. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. The Ducks keeping this defense off balance. They can hit them from a variety of angles, this time going up top.
So many things to look at. You know, they've always traditionally gone fast as well in the past at Oregon, but, you know, the quarterback run and the run up the middle and then the play-action pass, they keep you guessing a lot, and they make a lot.
Here's a little room, just steamrolling the defense. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And the defense needed that one badly. They're losing in this game. They just gave up a big play, so they finally get the sack, but you feel like they're going to need more than that. They're going to need some turnovers to get back in this game.
So now on second and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. That's reeled in. It's Johnson. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
And it's hard to imagine a defense losing the big fella, losing the tight end, but where was the coverage? Something broke down right there between linebackers and safeties to try to figure out where he was. He's the beneficiary, catches the football, a lot of grass in front of him to make a big play.
Dante Moore makes the grab. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The corners are walked up tight. Moore to the air. He makes a grab. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. The Ducks want to pick up the tempo. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. They'll go to the air on second and short. And down he goes. Tried to pick his way free, but the defense stops him behind the line. They've been outstanding on third down all day long, and they could use one here on third and goal. From the gun on third down, Dante Moore. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks!
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now, and I'm using my athleticism, and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Trying to make turning it on! He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. Complete in the middle. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The Hurricanes are marching down the field. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down. And more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Autzen. He's got enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 37. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. The play-action fake. Looking for the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Looking for more room. Stopped at the 16 after the interception, and that return has them in business.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. They'll run the counter. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Ducks moving quickly to the line.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill with that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. More to throw for it on 4th down. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davison. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Oregon! And the beatdown has ensued. You know they love their track at Oregon, and when the gun goes off and he hits open field, he is headed to the tape, and he was burning by the time he hit the end zone.
And they've had guys year after year with serious track speed. They'll get you the small runs, lull you to sleep, and then boom, they make those big plays because they got big-time playmakers with speed at running back.
Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. They've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. He'll bring it out. It's Lyle. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job.
And it's picked off for the third time today. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get. Ball.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
It'll be a gain of 6, sets up 2nd and 4.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They'll go right back to the run. And he's swallowed up immediately, stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Complete out of the backfield. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Fourth down, Moore. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. And the Ducks will hustle to the line. Moore.
Nice execution by the offense on 3rd down, understanding what they had to do to get the first down, pass complete, move the sticks, new set of downs.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Motion from the back. Moore to the air again. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. Gives him the big stiff arm. Touchdown, Hurricanes. The defense putting points on the board.
And that's just the guy you want to find that football. The ball. Who do you want to get it? One of your little fast guys. The defensive back picks it up and turns on the afterburners, takes it all the way back for the touchdown.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. And guys, they'll try to make up for a couple of unproductive plays here on 3rd and 10. Moore from the gun on 3rd down. Looking to the big tight end. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
And this offense now is decision time. Man, they put a nice drive together. You want to walk away with points, but How aggressive do you want to be? Do you want to take this field goal, or do you want to try to get a touchdown?
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. More to throw for it on 4th down. Got his man. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making.
Picked off to stop the threat. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
I just love the fact that the defense is out there and they're still battling and they're still fighting. Obviously, they're way down here late in the 4th quarter, but they still think they have a chance to win. Don't tell them the game's over. That's a great individual effort on that.
Got some room to run. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play.
I know a lot of people don't like prevent yourself from winning, but when I'm up by 3 scores in the 4th quarter, I am not giving up a single big play. I'm letting you check it down, throw it in front of me. I'm going to tackle you. I'm going to let that clock tick because I am up.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
That's just an obvious face mask penalty there. No way you're getting away with it. Got to keep your composure there. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. They'll send the back in motion. Mensah shows him the stiff arm.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
We've seen throughout the course of the season, defenses have had their hands full with this quarterback. He's simply one of the best in the country. But what can you say about this defense here today? They have gotten after him, registering multiple sacks, and they've never let him get into a rhythm.
Makes the grab. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
Well, the defense needs one more stop. They did a nice job not giving up a first down that last one, but with the lead late like this, one more stop, and they're going to win this game.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He wants a big play here late. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points on the scoreboard.
Here's Moore to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you could just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His second big game-changing play in this football game.
This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Unloads it left. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the 4th quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
Throwing more. Fires to the wideout. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
That QB might want to register as a 501c3. With the amount of donations he is making to the other team right now, interception number 4 now, putting his team in a bad position time and time again. We might want to start thinking about a change here.
Opening play of the drive from the 39. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. On the draw, it's Fletcher. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've got, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Pressure coming. Buried before he could blink.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
Sometimes an offsides penalty can slow down a rush. It's 2nd and 5. Throwing, Mensah. Here's a heat. Under fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs. Now Oregon will call it 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. This offense has it with really good field position. Dante Moore. Got a man. It's Hooks. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Ducks in the hurry up. Moore will throw. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Moore. Trying to bowl his way in. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Ducks.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And they tacked on the extra point. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the returner will be brought down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Rushes on him. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
One more play to pad the stats. Moore to the air. Fires to the middle. And as the ball goes to the turf, the clock has hit 0. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.